Hello everybody, welcome to the 85 Studios podcast, Season 1, Episode 5er.
Is that a 5?
Season 1, Episode 5er?
What's a 5er? Did you call it a walkie-talkie?
Get a little fiber in your diet?
You know, I'll tell you this much. Spending my years as a custodian, people needed some fiber in their diet. Oh my god.
Really? When they blast that stuff up on the walls.
Oh man, I'll tell you what, it splatters everywhere. Oh,
As bad as
clean that crap up. Oh my god, no.
Back when I was a cashier or clerk working at the gas station, we would have to clean the bathrooms. Oh my god, people don't actually use gas station bathrooms like real bathrooms. They just blast stuff all over the place and expect it to somehow miraculously hit the toilet. Either that or they're trying to do a slam dunk, which...
Don't forget to lean forward a little bit.
Guys, so the focus of our podcast tonight, for Season 1, Episode 5, is a video that's actually premiering, right now on the channel. Here's basically the rundown. Troy Boy, he bought a wood-burning, fireplace, stove, and...
I thought it was pretty cool. I mean, I really liked it, but as with anything I buy, I swear I have the worst luck with things.
Strangest luck ever. Yeah, everything's
oh my
haunted.
god, it felt like it was okay at first, like there's nothing attached to it. But then again, it was in a house that was already probably haunted already. Creepy old place as it was. But,
so
man,
it took 3 of us to lift the thing because it weighed damn near 500 pounds. And then we ended up loading it up into my truck because Troy's truck's got a topper on it.
yeah.
And we didn't want to work around the topper, but my truck's about 3 feet off the ground. So we didn't want to, have to worry about the topper and all that, but...
And I lost your hammer. I had to go back and get it. It fell off on the road.
It fell off the road.
I ran it over, like, at least once. I'm sure I did, because I was following right behind you. I'm like...
That's okay. Anything it hits turns into ham, so I'm sure my tires are made of ham. Yours are maybe turned to ham. That's because what
It's like a ham.
It's its job. It's a hammer. It turns things into ham.
Death by silver hammer. Like, bam, bam, there goes silver hammer. Or something like that. No, it's the Beatles song.
Bang, bang, Maxwell, silver hammer.
Bang, bang, Maxwell, silver hammer. I'm sorry I butchered that song.
But,
anyway.
yeah, that's off Abbey Road.
Yeah, I think so, yeah. I used to have the album back when I was a kid.
And Octopus's Garden.
Oh, yeah.
I'd like to be under the sea in an octopus's garden.
No,
in the shade.
What the heck did I just say?
You just totally butchered that.
I know. I'm
But,
Wait.
So, we go in there. It takes 3 of us to lift that stove in there.
Oh, man.
Finally get the damn thing through the door. No, there's a process before
Well, we
that.
had to go through a process that was
We had to remove
the ultimate.
rails.
Yeah, we had okay. The porch that I have in my house is pretty rotten anyway, so luckily it just came undone with rusty old screws. And these screws are about 3 inches long. And I have a drill
You feel
that. Yeah, it's somebody's bass cannon outside in their car.
Earthquake or something.
No, somebody's cars, loud music. Sorry, we have disrespectful people that play loud music at night. Unlike us, because we're normal human beings.
Oh, good for what?
Horms.
Horms. We're normal Hormons.
We're
least
the
we're not-
whores of what?
At least we're not Poey Hormons.
That's bad. Horms.
Horms. Horms on my head. I've got Horms.
I'm not saying the words right, I swear.
I got stripes. You guys don't probably know
Said
any
that
of the
wrong.
songs that we...
You guys are probably a lot younger than us.
A lot younger.
And we listen to old music for our age, so that makes us
Yeah, that makes
different.
it like 60, 70 years old.
What was that thing we were trying to do, though? We're trying to get that thing in the door.
Oh yeah, we were trying to get it in the door, but we had to get it off the truck first. My
Yeah.
truck's clearance is probably about, like I say, 3 feet. And,
It was the worst.
It was sitting in the back. I got no tailgate,
You know what-
thankfully.
What's funny about that is your truck is just high enough off the ground that it actually works perfectly, because we had to use some broken... Okay, this is going to sound redneck as heck, but we actually used some broken steps from the porch that broke a long time before I bought it.
Yeah,
and
they
we'd
were
line them up. And
2x6 or something like
yeah,
that?
2x6s, yeah. And I was like, okay, let's walk the plank here. And it worked.
We had it on a dolly, furniture dolly, small one.
Yeah.
Pulled it up there.
That thing was bowing like no one's business.
Oh my god!
I thought it was gonna break in half. It's
Oh,
plastic
if it would have,
too.
I'd just let it fall because honestly, there's no saving that.
I would
shit.
have. I told him. I told you. I was like, well, I'll just hire a guy with a freaking engine crane or.
See, I thought about getting a hoist and putting it on that truck, and I never got a chance to because we have stuff come up like this all the time where we're lifting motorcycles and shit into the back of the truck, and
Jeez,
it's
that's
just
the worst. This thing weighs about as much as a 305 Chevy, maybe a little bit more. But yeah, we took off the rails, we got it in, and I'm telling you, it just
more like about the weight of a 318, somewhere in there,
Yeah.
I'd say. It's heavier. It's not quite as heavy as my motorcycle is.
it's
And
about as much as a big V8 engine.
if you
would
look up
weigh.
the curb weight on a 2002 Honda Shadow Ace Deluxe VT750, then you get about 900 pounds. So this had been roughly around 500 to 600 pounds.
Well, mine's 650, so.
Yeah, somewhere right in there.
I figured though, I measured it before I bought it, which is, I'm really glad I did that, by the way.
We had millimeters.
It was exactly right, so I thought, okay, this has got to work.
I mean, we got it in the house, and
Millimeters, sideways, by the way, not frontways, sideways. 'Cause
sideways.
It's wider in the front than it is in the sides.
And then we ended up pulling it in, and finally, we didn't film any of this because there
It
was
was
three of us
boring.
here.
I mean, it's more boring than us telling about
But,
it, you know.
Yeah, remove the not the bed rails, the what do you call them?
The side
porch
rails,
rails. Yeah, for the bracing.
It broke my
for the
drill,
porch.
by the way.
It broke your drill.
It broke my drill. Yeah, those screws were so rusted into that thing.
Finally, couldn't even get
broke
them
it.
off. Used a spud bar to just pry them off. Get up underneath them with a hammer and just hammer the spud bar in and just pry them off. And then ended up going and just taking them off like that. And then rolling it on one board, trying to keep it up at an angle to where it's not going to fall, but it's on one board basically.
I held my
Get it on
breath the whole
porch.
time. I was scared.
Even the guy that was with us, the helper guy, I don't know if he wants his name to be said on the air, so I bleeped it out of the video. I didn't bleep it, I cut it from the video, because I was stupid and I said his name before we thought about it, and we went through and made cuts in the video and stuff, and
Yeah.
we never added anything to any videos. Never have yet.
We edited some things out, but we don't add things into it. But I have to admit, we got it in there, and I remember hearing what sounded like something cracking on the ground. I found out later that was actually a tile cracking with the wheels.
Oh God!
It actually cracked it cracked that mort on the side of the tiles, on the floor tiles. It broke it.
It
When it
broke
hit the
your
ground.
Morty.
My Morty.
Oh God! It broke your Morty. Wubba lubba dub dub. It broke your Morty.
Oh, it was bad.
Oh well, there's another one in another universe somewhere.
It was awful. I mean, we finally got the darn thing in there, and our helper had to sit down for a minute because he was out of breath.
Yeah.
And by the time I pulled it, I thought my arms were going to fall off, so...
And we tried to take the door off. That didn't work because the
Plastic.
plastic crap
Freaking
that was...
plastic door frame. Who the heck makes a door frame out of plastic? Apparently they did back in the 70s. I don't know
well
why.
insulated, I guess. But
Oh, jeez.
finally we got it in there, got it on the skids, went in there, and we sat down for a while. We went and got back to the place where we picked up the stove, picked up the pipes. Pipes were pretty damn heavy, but, we finally got them loaded up, got them in the house, and finally, by that time it was freezing cold and just blowing out of the south, actually. It was like probably like 30 degrees, 20 degrees.
Yeah, about 35, 30 degrees outside. It was very cold, I remember that.
Blowing strong out of the south and freezing.
And it was awful. I mean, we tried our damnedest to get that thing going.
And, hey, we
far
got a
as-
helper today. We got a helper for
Hey,
the
Miss
podcast.
Sapphire, but...
Miss
Sapphire, you're
Sapphire.
noisy.
We just got to be quiet, okay? Go lay down, baby. Go on, go lay down, baby.
We have an uncooperative Sapphire who wants to be part of the podcast, whether we want her to or not.
That's okay. That's okay. We can have a helper.
No,
You
no.
guys should see her. She's getting old. She's cute still, though.
She has
She's
a
very
gray
cute.
muzzle now on her
Got
nose.
gray on her
face.
muzzle. She's very cute. And she's still cute, but she's old.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, we finally decided that we would do a video. Originally, we wanted to do a video
We were originally going to come and record the podcast.
Yeah, we were going to do podcast
which would have been this podcast, but we decided to do that video first.
We decided that we were going to probably do like a basic video, like, you know, checking out the stove and talk about it and see if we can record any EVPs or anything like that, because we get a lot of activity in the house all the time anyway, and we're not sure why, but we always get something in that house for some reason. And we were going to do that, and it turned into a mess. At first, if I remember right, you had your cell phone out.
Yeah, got a new cell phone. It's a Nokia G300 or something like that.
Well, it recorded fine, and we did like an hour-long video of that.
The video disappeared.
And
it deleted itself. We even played it back on the phone.
We did the outro part of it, which actually worked. The outro didn't have any glitches. In fact, the same camera phone that we used is our outro for the video, if I remember right?
Yeah, I think. No, I think we recorded a different outro.
Yeah, that's right. We recorded one and then part of another one.
Yeah,
because it glitched really bad.
The SLS captures for the SLS, the Ghost Tube app, they actually were recorded originally with the other video. But then the other captures, like the later ones, where you'll notice that it's darker outside. And things have been moved and the doors are put back on the stove and stuff. Well, that was afterward. That was probably about 1 in the morning when we managed to do that one. Because we went to go play back and put our video on the video editor to cut it.
Jeez, bro. Dying again. Oh
you stuck me out. You stuck me out yesterday, last night at the video shoot. But that's what that was. That was a bad fart. Now I've got gas, and I think it's those TV dinners I've been eating.
I had Spam for lunch that day, so you know it's bad. It was Spam that day.
Wasted on fumes over here.
Oh, man.
Oh, God.
Choking on my own exhaust right here. Good grief, man.
Choking on my exhaust?
You were choking on mine yesterday, man.
Oh, God. We had to leave the room.
I was trying to be silent and, nonchalant about it.
Silent and deadly.
It was silent, but it
was trying to crop
deadly.
dust.
I was trying to be quiet about it. I was like, oh, man, I hope he doesn't notice this.
No, you said something. I didn't know what it was about.
Oh, I said, I'm sorry, bro.
You're like, oh, damn.
I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, bro. And Elijah's like, what? You're like, I'm sorry. And then, oh, God, burning my eyes, bro.
Burning my eyes. My nose was, like, burning and, like, dripping snot because it was so bad. Oh, my God. Plus, it was freezing. It was freezing in the house. We had a heater on and everything. It was so cold. It was, like, maybe 40, 50 degrees in there, even with the heater on.
Yeah.
And it's never usually that cold. So
usually it isn't. Even tonight it wasn't that cold.
There's no way there could have been bugs. And then when I turned that on, the camera, we could only see these orb things with the flashlight on the phone.
And then you had that glitch.
Without it. Yeah, and we kept having weird glitches where you'll notice in that the picture does some weird stuff, but you'll notice in the SLS, the Ghost app, the Ghost Tube app, when it's recording that way, even though it'll only record in what do you call that?
Mono.
Vertical,
and
it's
mono.
only on the left channel, which our program actually thankfully converted that to mono.
Yeah.
But it
was weird.
It's crystal clear.
And like the strange thing about that was it was manipulating the light. It was making the picture blurry and focusing and unfocusing. It was like almost like there was a force of nature there, some kind of force.
And that staticky interference where it did that kind of thing where it had like multiple layers of image.
The video would freeze randomly as well.
Yeah, and it was messing with my phone big time. Like it said something about Wi-Fi has been turned off or Wi-Fi disconnected, and it paused the video. It like froze it, and then we had the issue with the flashlight in itself where it kept turning off. Well, I went home with the phone and I recorded about an hour of video, and that's the same phone that I used to make the video previous to this one, which you guys saw was crystal clear, and there was no artifacts in the video whatsoever, no static, and this is completely random. We don't know what caused this. It's strange.
I think the part that scared me the most, though, was in the back bedroom. We were talking casually, and I was talking about the fact that the trailer was backed up really close to that fence, and there was a tree growing there.
Yeah.
And then in the reflection, before you mentioned reflections, mind you,
Yeah.
we didn't even catch
that
this
was
until we played the video
Yeah.
back.
That was right before we mentioned reflections. I mentioned reflections later on in the video. How there was a team that went in and we should get a mirror, and then we might be able to capture some more things with a mirror, with a reflection. Also, this was afterwards. This was after the reflection in the window. We got an EVP that said, "Show me mirror," or something like
And
that.
there's that weird hum that.
Yeah, that was
That
an
one was
EVP
very
also.
loud and the clearest one that you guys. I guarantee you guys will hear that one.
Nobody.
Mind you, I
said-
was in the bathroom. Elijah didn't say a single word,
Yeah,
and
that was just loud.
it was loud. It was the loudest one we've gotten so far, I think, next to the one we did in the forest.
Yeah,
a while
and
back.
we never
Woodside.
listen to these. We never hear them with our ears. We
I didn't
just-
hear anything.
and we never add anything to it. So this is all weird stuff that we can't explain. So the EVPs, any kind of voices that you hear in these, anything like that,
Now let's explain to you why that's so creepy. As far as that thing we saw in the hallway, that figure.
yeah,
It's
It was
weird.
coming-
There was no black shadows, no dark shadows there. There was nothing there at all. And there's nothing that's tall enough that's dark like that could make that kind of shape. There was no one else with us either. It was just me and my brother, and that was it. There's no reason why that should have been there in the first place.
looking at that though, it looked like a huge, to me anyway. This is just, we didn't see this in the reflection looking at it when
I
we were
didn't either.
recording.
Like, I didn't see nothing in the reflection. I just saw us, and that was it.
I saw both of us. I saw Troy was kind of silhouette because the light was behind him. I had the flashlight off. The light that we were seeing was the hallway light. And there was somebody that was really big and really tall. And if you watch that, when I zoomed in and slowed it down, you can tell whatever it was moving closer to us. Slowly. And then it would just stand there and it would watch us. And they'd move a little bit closer. And it'd stand there and it'd watch us. It was just the creepiest thing I've ever seen.
And maybe there's some stuff that you guys will catch later on that we didn't catch. But I'm telling you, we analyzed this video really well. We tried to debunk it the best we could, but we still could not find an explanation for that one
Yeah, you'll
part.
hear us in certain parts of the video where we say things like, "Oh, that was just the hot water heater door," or "That was just the wind," or something like that. Just debunking it as we go, kind of trying to keep ourselves collected. But I can't explain that reflection in the window. I can't. And I also
And
I
we've
can't explain the
done
voices.
we've done quite a few videos in that place. We've never seen anything like that in reflections like that either.
And the same thing with the orbs. That's the
Yeah.
first time we've caught orbs. And on top of that, the skeletons that we saw with the SLS. Like the
It
intro.
was weird by the table. You thought maybe it was the table
I
leg
thought
doing it.
maybe I could debunk
And
it
then
as
there was
the
that-
table legs.
The couch, for some reason, there was something by the couch standing there. And then the next shot, there's nothing there.
Yeah. And it
And
was... Yeah.
It was so
Later
unusual.
on... See, now, nothing... We moved nothing in that shot. From the first shot where we saw that skeleton to the second shot where we didn't see that skeleton. Nothing was moved. And yet, in the first shot, we see a skeleton that comes up to about maybe a little bit less than the arm of that couch, which would be like a child's skeleton. And then also, Troy slept in that house a couple times now.
Yeah, I
and
have.
he said that there is what sounds like a little girl that talks in his ear over there.
Yeah, I've heard on several
And
occasions.
I've actually heard it also.
On several occasions, I sleep on the couch occasionally in there that I got in that smaller room. Sometimes I sleep in there because, it's just I'm trying to get used to in the house. I have a hard time adapting to new environments,
Yeah.
And I'll sleep in that couch, and I'll have the heater going, whatever, and have my pets at the other place. And I've heard a little girl talking right in the corner where that closet's at, and I've heard other times what sounded like a dog or something. I explained this previously. It sounds like a dog walking around the hallway, like the same sound you get when you have
Yeah.
dog claws walking up and down the hall.
I've heard that too.
And what's weird about that was one time I actually opened that door to look and see what the heck was out there, and there was nothing there. There was nothing there at all, but it was colder in the hallway. Even though the heater was in the hallway, it was colder in the hallway than it was anywhere else, which I tried to debunk that, but it makes no sense to me because when I pulled out my phone and it has a app that actually reads the room temperature, it was warmer in the hallway than it was in that room, yet it felt colder in areas, random places, within an area inside that room. Like, the closer you got to the room or the edge of the wall, it felt colder. You got toward the edge of the hallway, though, it felt warmer. Which made no sense to me, personally.
I still like your little lounge you got in there.
Oh, yeah, that's a heck of a good lounge. That's going to be the new studio, by the way. Recording
Nice.
area. Well, the recording area will be the other room, but the actual review, where I do the video review and some live videos, will be in that area, too, so...
Yeah. It's pretty cool.
It's a heck of a couch, though. I mean, I don't know if you realize, it
Nice
took me
couch.
6 hours to get that sucker in there.
Yeah, hell of a couch.
I had to take it apart in 3 sections. It took me 6 hours because I had to put it together. I had to take it apart first, and then put it together, and then move it area by area until it would slide together. I had to move the middle of it in there first, and then move the sides in one at a time.
Kind of like that stove, except
it
that
was terrible.
stove doesn't come apart.
Oh, man. I'm kind of glad it doesn't, though.
I finally
because-
suggested to them that they take the doors off of it because they had moved it all the way to the truck with the doors on.
Oh, it was bad. It was really bad because you had to move
Doors
down
weigh
3
like
steps.
40 pounds each.
We had to move it down the steps, right? And there was 3 steps. It was on the porch, on top of the guy's porch. It was on top of there, sitting on pads. And we had to take it off down those steps. And we only had that dolly. I tried the other dolly, the piano mover dolly. The tires went flat instantly on that thing because all the weight.
No.
It was too heavy for a piano dolly.
Wow.
I mean, or whatever
What
you
you
call that,
figure
heavy
piano
duty.
weighs? About
Oh
900?
gosh, probably about 600-700 pounds.
At least.
This was made for an upright piano, so not a baby grand, but an upright one.
Oh, yeah.
So we tried to get that thing in there. The first thing he recommended was these little plastic carts with wooden legs on them and little plastic
Oh,
wheels.
those
I'm like,
wouldn't last 10 minutes.
and he said, "Oh, they have straps on them." I'm sorry, but they're made for moving a piano, but not moving it down 4 steps like that. So that
No.
would break. So I said, "No, let's go for
Those
a four-wheel
casters are
cart."
not cheap either.
Yeah, we got it down, but
Yeah.
first thing that happened though was really bad. We moved it off the top of the stairs, and it fell forward. I tried to grab it, but I jumped away really fast. And as soon as it fell, it hit the ground hard from the top of that porch.
Yeah, and even when we were trying to lift it up onto the truck, I was saying, guys, don't get any part of you under this for any reason. And
It would crush you. It really would crush you.
nobody did, thankfully. Nobody got hurt. But driving it up in the big pickup truck, I was driving, and we were going about maybe 10 mile an hour or so.
Yeah, I remember that.
He was
That's
sitting in the
crazy.
back, our helper, and he was just holding on to it, hoping it wouldn't come down. What's up, bro?
I'm sorry, that was weird. Never mind.
Security feed?
No, a light turned on in the house on the security camera. I just saw that.
On your house, on a new one?
Yeah,
I've seen that off and on.
like a flash in the front room. That was
Yeah,
weird.
I've seen that off and on. I see
Door's
that
locked.
somewhere.
There's no one in there, but okay. Sorry.
Yeah,
Trying to distract, but
but yeah. So about these orbs, guys. I asked if anybody could kind of tell me, and I've been doing a little bit of research on my own here with this too. We can't see them with the flashlight off. We can see them with it on. However, there was no, that could have been dust, but the fact that there was only one particle and there was no wind, and yet it was blowing one direction and then it would change direction and come back the other way.
or that one that did a complete U-zip around
Yeah.
the other way. Did a complete U-zip around and then
you'll
went
see
straight
them
up
on
into the
there.
ceiling.
You'll see those orbs, and those are really, really strange.
Yeah.
I cannot explain that. It's almost like they don't make their own light, so the light that you're seeing is actually the light reflected back to the camera from the flashlight that's right next to the camera. However, if you look at dust, and I ought to show you this sometime. I'll make a video of this sometime,
Yeah.
where I'll pick up some dirt and I'll throw it or something at night so you can see what dust looks like in the wind in a flashlight. It's a good song, by the way, with Kansas.
Oh, yeah.
But in Kansas, but you'll see that dust will have multiple particles. You'll see multiple particles. It won't just be one particle, and it will only go the direction of the wind. Not
it rarely ever changes.
moving and changing direction and doing all this weird stuff. Plus, there was no wind indoors. There were no bugs because, like I say, it was around 50 degrees in there, and it was even colder than that before we turned on the heater, and it was slowly warming up, but it still wouldn't do over like 50, 60 degrees. I don't think it was even 60.
Yeah.
So, no bugs, and most likely not dust. What the hell were they?
That's a good question. I mean, it was so weird, and we couldn't see with our eyes. I mean, we could not see this thing with our eyes. Whatever it was, we could not see it at all.
Yeah, couldn't see
It was invisible.
anything.
But the whole time, as we retook each video, I felt the stronger energy getting stronger and stronger and stronger.
Yeah.
I mean,
And
it was
I
just crazy until it
remember
got
that too.
intense. And we actually ended the video a little bit earlier than we would have normally because whatever it was so intensively strong that we could not deal with it at that point. Or at least I couldn't. I don't know if you could. But
I was sensing it. It was the point where I was feeling something ominous. But I'm one of these people where I walk around in cemeteries at night, 3 o'clock in the morning, with a video camera trying to catch a paranormal video. I'm one of these people that, just because I feel a strong presence does not mean that I am going to let that influence me to end a video.
yeah.
I want the strong presence. I want the paranormal video.
But when
I
things
want activity.
when things started moving in the house, it became a little too much. I mean, it was weird because we had things that started moving in the house. It was weird. Like, remember at one point the what was it? Something in the back bedroom moved that was bigger, like a piece of like.
Oh,
it was
is
a
that
big
chair?
bowl. Yeah, the chair. Yeah,
We were in the front room when that chair moved, and
chair.
I
Yeah.
ran back there, and that
You
chair
know
was
what's
moved.
interesting about that?
What another thing about that? Between the time that remember the SLS, the ghost tube pictures, the videos were taken. You'll see in the ghost tube videos
Yeah.
that the table is in one spot, and when we do the later video, it's moved. We did not move that. It was moved when we went back into the house by itself.
Mind you, we were together the whole time that going on. The only
Yeah, we
time
were
he
in
had
here.
left for even a few minutes was like I think you were like outside for a few minutes.
Yeah. We didn't
But-
leave each other's sight. We were sitting right here in Studio A the whole time,
I think we were. Yeah.
and we were watching YouTube videos or something. I can't remember.
We were trying to figure out how to get that camera video to
yeah,
work
that's
because
right.
it wouldn't work.
We were trying to
That's
pull the
right.
video off of the camcorder or off of the cell phone because, and only to find out that it had deleted itself.
You know what's weird about that though is when I came back into the house today, it was daylight to test the water to see if I can get the water to work in the house again
Yeah.
because I had some plumbing issues. That chair, that same chair, I don't know if you saw it or not, but the
I
chair.
didn't go to the back. I just went in the door and grabbed you and was like, "Hey."
Well, apparently
Oh,
at some
back
point in time during the night, that chair had hit the wall, and I don't know how, but it actually cracked that. It actually put a scratch on the drywall.
there was a couple of times also during
So I
filming.
found it. It was
during
flipped
playback,
over.
that you had said something about there was somebody sitting in that chair.
Yeah, I saw
But
that a couple of times.
I went through that video with a fine-tooth comb, I thought, and I was looking for anything out of place or anything that I could tag or anything like that for, the captions and stuff, and I could not find it. So, not to say that it's not there, but if you guys see something in that video,
It's the chair, the wooden chair in the back
definitely
bedroom.
say something in the comments. Write us a comment and give us a timestamp, because I'm sure I missed something. And then the other thing was, a lot of the EVPs, they were talking under us. So they were talking at the same time as we were, because we were
Yeah.
talking a lot. And they were lower than us. So,
I'm still not sure how exactly that
started
happened.
click in the kitchen.
As your fountain, your
Oh, the
your
water.
sink is
Yeah.
dripping.
I have my water running because it's going to get to -11 tonight with
Yeah.
a wind chill of -16. Yeesh.
I still have to admit though that was really creepy because somehow when I came over and I know nobody else has a key to that house except for me, and the
Yeah.
other door, the back door, has cameras on it from my brother's place, so
Yeah.
there's no way in hell that anyone would be able to get in there without being seen.
Yeah.
Somehow that chair that was in that back bedroom,
And we've come in there multiple times in various different things.
yeah, it was actually flipped over on its back. It had hit the wall somehow, and there's actually scuffs in that wall now. That drywall, that brand new drywall
Wow.
just laid,
Yeah.
there's scuffs in it now.
You know what's really funny about that? We've gone back in that house multiple times and said, hey, somebody's been in here. There's this on the floor. There's this over here.
Well,
It wasn't like that before.
there was one time we both went in there, and I hadn't been in there in weeks because it was freezing cold in the winter, and I don't like
Yeah.
working on it in the winter. We found a bag of like candy bars, like little candy bar wrappers in there.
Like, where did this stuff come
Like
from?
somebody had gotten in there.
We were thinking it
somehow.
maybe was homeless people.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I
Or
mean, I'm
kids.
thinking that would make more sense, but somebody either has a key to it or they're getting in somehow.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
But I mean, last
We
night
need
though,
to change the locks
they
for
couldn't.
sure.
Yeah, I mean, I just changed that lock.
Oh, you just changed it?
Yeah, like not even like a month ago.
Huh.
So maybe they are either getting in a different way. There could be a window they're getting in through.
Maybe.
Because that back window, you know what? That back window doesn't lock.
Okay. Well,
They could be getting into the back.
let's fix that
behind the
back
fence.
window too. But the back door is a priority also.
Yeah, that's on your camera all the time.
Oh,
Directly
yeah.
to your camera site there. The back window in the very back bedroom
And
doesn't lock.
That's just out of range of my camera.
But I have a screw there now that I installed today that'll prevent it from opening now. So
Okay.
I drilled a screw into that wall and I put another lock on that. That I have another lock for it I can put on it. So
Yeah.
I'll put another lock on that window. Because what happened was the old lock broke. I have
Yeah.
another one laying around that I'm going to use from my old place that'll work for it. Same window, actually. Same type of window.
Well, hopefully they don't try anymore to get in, because that's a little ridiculous. I understand urban exploration more than anyone, I'm sure, but
Yeah, I mean, come on. You know
This
somebody
is-
owns it. Somebody lives in it.
yeah. This is
The
beyond.
fact is, I have a screw in there now, so unless they can break a, 3-inch long screw drilled into the drywall from the sides, I'm pretty sure they're not going to be able to get in now, but,
I want to drill it into something solid, though, like a stud.
well, it's got studs on the sides of the window
Oh, I
frame,
got
so
you. Yeah.
I got one of them drilled in, so it's pretty thick. But,
But yeah, that was just really creepy. Now, I texted Troy Boy a while back, or last night, or this morning. I said, I think I may have found somebody, or found a place. I think I may have found a place that's a little bit more haunted, or as close to as haunted as Coronado Heights, and some of the other places that we recorded.
yeah, unfortunately, I'm living there. I'll be living there.
Yeah. But Coronado Heights is terrifying.
Yeah, that place is
Absolutely
worse. I still think
horrifying.
that place is worse than... I think Coronado Heights is worse than
I
that place.
yeah, it's a sinister feeling there. Absolutely dark.
A lot of people have committed suicide in that place.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Coronado Heights, I mean.
it's a nice place, out in the middle of nowhere, and there's a lot of very depressed individuals.
Well, you've heard stories about people driving their vehicles off the top of that mound.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've heard that, but I've heard about people doing that.
By the way, we
It's
should
crazy.
really watch what we say and what we talk about on YouTube, because
Yeah.
if at any point we want to...
What the heck was that?
Huh. The Sapphire's up on the bed. Sounded like a high-pitched kind of
Yeah, that was a
beep.
high pitch.
Not like this. That's lower. I wonder if the mic picked that up.
I hope so.
Yeah, that's lower.
That's lower.
It had to have been something glass that was smaller.
What the heck would make that?
There's nothing glass up there that Sapphire could have dinged. Hold on a second.
We gotta test this out. Find out, because that was none of us. We've been having some interesting things happen in the last couple of days, I noticed too.
There's nothing up here I can think of. No? High pitch.
High pitch. Ding, ding, ding.
Both of us heard it.
Key of F.
Yeah, there's nothing that meets that I can think of. The glass for the chandelier, maybe, that was up here.
Yeah,
Those
that
are
hasn't been up
small.
there in a long time.
Oh, no, they haven't been.
Okay, that one kind of got to me a little bit.
That's a little weird, guys.
Sorry, here.
We, again, have no explanation for that whatsoever. So,
Get my... Where they went? Oh, here they are.
but, yeah, certain things like that, I have no earthly idea. They happen.
Excuse me, I'll cut just a second.
Even my burps smell like farts. That's pretty bad.
It's a Birchmart.
It's a Bart.
It's a Bart. Bart Simpson. Oh, wow. Okay, that was a weird experience.
Oh.
And that was not even... We're not even on a really that much of a haunted place, and we just...
Yeah, this
talking
place
about
is
it.
probably the least haunted of all of the places.
And of all things, that happened.
Studio A is not really haunted at all. I mean, there's something in the kitchen occasionally, but I think it's more attached to the land than anything. So I really don't know. Let's talk about some of our more terrifying videos that we've done.
Alright.
EVPs and stuff like that. I remember one of the first videos where we actually caught an EVP was actually in our mom's old house.
Yeah, that was, God, 10 years ago now.
Oh god, that's been a while. Yeah, that's 10 years ago.
Well, more than that, actually.
12 years ago.
12 years ago, yeah. 12 years ago, we were messing around with a digital recording device that he had. It was a...
It was just a little MP3
Yeah,
player that
MP3
had a
player,
recording,
yeah.
Device on it, a little microphone on it.
We caught a female voice, clear as a bell. She said, Myrna.
Myrna.
And it was in the back bedroom.
It was a direct response. Class A EVP, direct response.
We asked her, what's her name? And she says, Myrna.
Mm-hmm.
In a British kind of voice. Like, it sounded very British.
Very pronounced.
Yeah, very, very British.
I still have that recording, bro.
Really?
I
You
still
gotta
have
add that if you can find it.
If I can find it, I'll add it.
If you can find that old recording
It's
and
on
add
one of
it,
my other
that'd
hard
be
drives,
great.
one of my externals.
Because it was very interesting. We asked what her name was, or we asked a bunch of questions, messing around with our first EVP session we had done in, like,
Yeah,
ever. Like, I think the first ever one we ever did, actually, in that house.
and
Yeah, we got Myrna, weirdly enough.
Myrna.
If there's anybody here that wants to communicate, please speak clearly into the microphone that I hold in my hand here. This device will record your voice, and it will help us to establish communication. Speak loudly and clearly. Is anybody here? Who is here? Tell me your name.
And then we kept trying and kept trying and kept trying. I don't think we ever got really anything else out of that house.
We got a couple of growls and grunts.
Yeah,
And then
no real language.
we did get that weird demonic voice.
Yeah,
We got a demonic voice one time, and I can't even remember what it said anymore.
I don't either.
Something about, I don't want to be here, something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Be here. Like, in a growling, bassy, beyond the voice I could even mimic. It was really creepy, like almost like, I mean, it sounded like a dog growling in the voice, though. The way it said it, like almost a dog
Yeah.
speaking English in growls, bassy growls. That's the only way I can really describe it.
Demonic. Very demonic sounding.
That's
If
the
you ever
first
hear a
EVP.
demonic, demons sound very animalistic when they talk. They don't sound human in any sense of the way.
I think we did catch a demonic voice, though, one time in my house, the other house, the old one that I'm tearing down pretty soon.
Yeah. When we tear down this house, before we tear it down, we're
Yeah.
going to go through there with the SLS and all of our equipment, we decided. we're gonna do a video for you guys and do a paranormal investigation once it's all empty, and just see what kind of things are there, just residual, with the house, with the land, with the property, etc.
I'm hoping nothing follows me when I take all my
Well,
stuff
you know
out
how
of there.
haunted objects work. So,
I have a lot of them apparently, because
yeah.
I have that giant blue dresser. That's gonna be a nightmare to move, by the way.
Oh yeah. But it can't be as bad as that stove.
I don't think anything compares. I think I have something that's worse to move than that dresser now.
Yeah. Yeah. That.
Actually, me and my barn finds, man.
Holy cow, man.
Oh, jeez.
Well, the dresser, the safe.
Oh, remember, bro? Oh, jeez.
Oh yeah. I was sitting there. He said something about the hole that the branch that comes through the.
Yeah, there was
the
a
ceiling.
hole in this in the bathroom in the back bedroom.
Jeez. Let's just see that on auto caption. Oh, jeez.
Oh, jeez. It was such a.
I
oh my
was so
God.
tired. I was like, oh my god. No, I was exhausted. I let on that I was tired, but oh my god, I was tired.
Yeah, and we were awake till almost 4:30 in the morning trying to review the video and all
Yeah.
that.
Trying to review it, and he fell asleep on me. He's like, bro, I gotta go. I'm gonna pass out. I gotta go.
I had to go to. Yeah, I didn't have to go to work that day. Thank goodness. But man, it was a rough one.
Something really creepy happened to me yesterday, or night before. When after we moved that stove in, I was sitting here. It's probably about 4 or 5 in the morning. It was Sunday morning, and it's probably about 4 or 5 in the morning before I finally laid down. I went to sleep, and I had this really vivid dream, and there was this huge guy that was in my camper, in my home.
How would he fit?
That's a good question.
I
I don't
can
know how
barely
he would
fit.
fit in the door. He was huge. His shoulders were probably about as that's a 27.6 inch. That's a 27 inch monitor on that iMac there. They were probably about as wide as that iMac. No, maybe a little bigger, maybe about 32 inch. That's a 32 inch monitor there.
Yeah,
So,
bigger than that 32-inch monitor you got.
you know who he reminded me of? He reminded me of John Coffey from the Green Mile. He really did. He's
Wow.
huge African American man. And he came to me, and he stood at the foot of my bed, and he said, "My name's Ben." And he said, "As long as you respect me, we ain't gonna have no problems." Was very angry, very
Yeah, wow.
aggressive. You respect me, we ain't gonna have no problems.
It's weird. I had a dream that this is kind of related and not related at the same time. Okay, I had a dream that gigantic fire, like wood burning stove I have, was used as some kind of coal burning stove in a basement of a house with a circulation vent system at one time. It was like down in a basement, and they would put coal and wood in it and burn that in the wintertime, and it had a series of ventilation system pipes, like vent pipes, that would heat the house.
Yeah, almost like a boiler type system. Huh?
Yeah, except with wood
Yeah.
heat pipes. It's kind of weird, but I mean, that is kind of like something you'd find in a basement of an old house, actually.
It was funny. You said, "Not Benjamin, Ben. The name's Ben." And he said all aggressive like that.
Oof. Just don't call him Benjamin, bro.
You don't want to be called Benjamin,
You might go through a wall.
right?
Oof. I met a
I
guy
was
like that
all
once.
right, okay, all right, big guy, you're good.
Met a big guy like that in person one time.
What was really creepy was I could see through him. He was somewhat transparent. Not all the way. You could see him well, but you could see through him. Now, this could have been a dream. Most likely was a dream, but a lot of times in my dreams I have visions of things. I have sort of a kind of a curse and a gift. So a lot of times things will present themselves in dreams to me. And I don't see things usually. without my video camera, and I don't usually see things on my video camera either. But a lot of times after I do an investigation or something, I will end up having dreams about it, and in those dreams, certain things will come to the surface, and they can be kind of terrifying, but I've come to expect them. You weren't there with me. I was alone. One video that I did that was absolutely horrifying. I wish I could capture something like this in a video and add it onto the video, but I can't. But Gypsum Cemetery. Gypsum Cemetery. We were looking. I was out with a camera. I was looking for the car, the Devil's Washboard car. Never found it. It wasn't there. And went to the cemetery instead. Did paranormal investigation. Horrible, horrible feeling there. Like at night, it was like probably 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning. And I kept getting voices and stuff, but they were, again, I was talking too much. They were talking under me. They're lower than I am. And the camera and the equipment that I had at the time wasn't that great either. So I couldn't really pick up on a whole lot. But
yeah.
Well, actually, that video camera is the same one that I caught that voice at Coronado Heights, that demonic thing that said, "Run away." You know? Can't even talk that low. Hurts my voice.
Oh, yeah. I probably could, but I don't want to.
But, yeah, Sapphire was with me. She was waiting in the truck.
Oh, wow.
She got scared.
I imagine she would.
Back then, I would take Sapphire with me because I knew that she would protect me.
You know,
I was alone.
What's ironic and both weird about these at the same time is I bought this stove with the intention of heating my house because after paying $300 every single month for gas just to heat my other house, I got tired of it. You know, it was bankrupting.
Absolutely.
It was so expensive. It's like, I gotta do something. And the other place I got that's better insulated to heat the place because I'm sick and tired of paying such expensive amounts of money for gas. And then propane wasn't much cheaper.
Yeah.
And that's why I bought it. And now that I have it, it's
that
great.
Stove would even work in your current house.
It would. But as badly destroyed as that place is, and as bad a condition, the house is splitting in half.
Yeah, that's not good.
That's what's sad. I don't know why. I don't know if it's an earthquake or what the heck is causing it. I guess it's just ground rot and roof leaks over the years. But the house is literally on the far right side. It's splitting in half. You can actually move that wall if you push hard enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's divided from the frame of the house. That's why I'm getting rid of it. But
I actually kind of wondered what would happen if we took the laptop and your microphone and tried to record with it in the studio of your new house.
as bad as that laptop is, I doubt it would work at all.
Well, this doesn't use much.
Yeah, but that thing's less powerful than Pentium 2 at this point.
I might be able to use my tablet. I'll plug that mic into my phone with my adapter.
That might work with that. Maybe. If it, we'll see it.
I
Might
bet
need to get a app.
I bet it would. It's an Android. That has proprietary drivers for Windows.
Probably would. But basically, the reason why I bought that heater in the first place is I was trying to find a cheaper way of heating my house because I paid $300 or sometimes more a month just to keep that place heated because the gas was just so expensive. Natural gas, I don't know why it's so expensive around here to run it, and it was running all the time because that place is not insulated anymore because I have a hole.
Yeah.
As I found out, several holes in the floor and big cracks. Well, I found out later that the whole side wall of the house is separated on the bottom. The only thing holding together is floor and a little bit of glue and staples. That's it.
Yeah, that's not good.
So that's why I decided to tear down the other one. And the one that's next door on the other side is much better built. It's much newer. And it's been restored recently. That's
Plus,
why I
you
got
were
it.
saying, I mean, you can't even sleep in that house because there's stuff that'll bother you while you're trying to sleep. Keep
Yeah.
you awake.
I've had all kinds of things happen at night. I've had, actually, at one time, I had something hit me in the face when I was trying to sleep in that place.
Guys, we're going to start kind of trying to wrap it up a little bit here. Hey, if you like the podcast and you like our paranormal videos and our gaming videos and stuff like that, feel free to subscribe to the channel. The more the merrier. You're all welcome here. And definitely Let us know down in the comments what you think of the channel, what you think of the podcast, what you think of any of the videos that you want to check out. Check us out on TikTok. The all-new 85 Studios TikTok is tiktok.com/@85 Studios YouTube. And we've also got a Twitter, which is @85 Studios. Facebook.com/85 Studios 1. We've got a group on Facebook, which is just facebook.com/85 Studios, a group /85 Studios. And you can search for us there. Those are all active. There's actually other members on there as well. And other than that, I used to have a Snapchat for 85 Studios, but I can't get into it, so we're going to have to remake that one. It didn't have any videos on it anyway. You guys, all of you, hey, take care. I love you all. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for liking the content. Thanks for watching. We'll be back with another video or another podcast here in the very near future. We've been down for the last couple weeks with some respiratory stuff and some stomach stuff, but you can't keep us down. We're like a bad penny. We always turn up. Can't remember where I got that from. Some movie. Anyway, be true to yourselves, everyone, and take care. Podcast out.
Take care, everybody, and have a good one.